Thank you guys. And let's say for just a minute that you're going to have the days where you don't always have a customer to sell right in front of you, right? So when you do, that's always the lowest hanging fruit. We got a customer in front of us. Let's stop everything and sell that person, ourselves, the car in our dealership. But let's say we don't have that person in front of us. What are the 3 highest value activities you can use the present, the now for, right? If we're focused on the now and all we have is the present, then what are the 3 high, and for this one, I actually want you to text the top 3 highest value activities to Jamil, because this is your commitment to your management. This is your commitment to yourself. And then Jamil and Steven can help be your guys' accountability buddy here, because they're working with you in the trenches every day, right? So text them the 3 highest value activities that you can use the present for at any given time. When you don't have that customer in front of you, what are the 3 highest value activities you can do that you can be working on to get a customer in front of you? And Jamil, can you, when you get these answers from the team here, can you look for those things throughout your day? You know, check in on them, make sure that they're doing these 3 things if they're not in front of a customer. Can you make that part of your...
Yeah, I think my guys know I make my rounds. They know that I'm gonna come check in and on them.
These might be different. Like this might be, you know, maybe this is Jessica going live on Facebook. Maybe this is, you know, maybe Chris is going back to service to greet customers. You know, 3 high value activities that you can do when you don't have a customer in front of you. Don't be so generic to say call people. You know what I mean? Okay, who would you call? What group of customers could you always be calling? You know, get specific on this, and then let Jamil be your accountability buddy. Remember, people that want accountability want growth. So text Jamil the top 3 activities, and I'd love to hear what your guys are. And then the last coaching question is this: what concerns that you hold no power over, right? The thing, will you stop wasting energy worrying about? I know it sounds easier said than done, but seriously, what's that one, and maybe it's just one big concern that you're wasting energy on? What's one thing that you can't control that you will stop wasting energy on? Let's finish with discussing that one. So, Steven, do you care if I start with you on that one, my friend?
Things I'm going to stop wasting energy on?
Yeah, what concern? And this is probably a tough one for you, because I always see you focusing on what you have control over. But bottom line, man, what are your thoughts on that one?
Things I'm going to stop focusing on are the little things that I know my staff can do, and I'm going to put a lot more dependency on my guys to start getting the right information so that our fluency with our entire process goes better. I don't want to worry about pulling odds and ends, payoffs, little stuff. Things I'm going to stop worrying about are, I would say that.
Amen. Okay. Jay, how about you?
I'm gonna say the biggest thing for me was, and it still is, and I try to, it's the programs. Because I came from a time when the programs were great. I remember when I first started over here in this Nissan building, you know, 7 years ago, there was a payment of $149 for a Sentra. Like, that's never gonna happen again. And those are the things that I need to stop. And I still, sometimes I'm like, wow, what a crazy payment. But obviously I have to put on the mask again and go out there and tell them that it's a great payment, because I still got to sell these cars, right? I got to still sell these cars. So I think that was like and it's still my biggest thing is trying to worry about the programs. And that's something I can't change. I'm not the CEO of Nissan. I'm not no high-ranking Nissan official. I cannot say anything. I cannot put a rebate on a car. So those are things that I feel like I need to stop worrying about. Even moving forward now, especially now that we have more inventory. So because I think before it was kind of, yeah, the programs change, but then we lack the inventory. So we kind of used a little bit of both. Yeah, the programs change and I don't have no inventory. So I have to charge you this, customer. But now I can't say that, right? I can't say I can't, because I have 30 Rogues now. I have 20 Pathfinders. So I can't say that anymore. It's because I have lack of cars. So I think that's the biggest. The program thing for me would be the biggest.
That's awesome, Jamil. It's cool that you guys have a leader that's willing to be open and honest about where they have been maybe focusing their, you know, Awesome stuff. No, thank
I
you.
also think on that, and something that, Jamil and I talk about all the time is it's easy to say, we had a bad day, but one of the things that Jamil and I are working on is, okay, we had a bad day, but our competition didn't. And I think that's one of the things that's helping us kind of refocus. Like, there's no excuse at a certain point. Everybody across the board is even with the same programs. Everybody has the same inventory supply. Everybody's got platinums this and SL that. So there has to be a certain point where we stop making excuses for ourselves. And whether it's that we build more value, we get more aggressive, we, follow up that much better than the next guy. I think those are the things that are eye-opening, at least on our end, is excuses are for salespeople. But as far as management, we can't make excuses. That's our inevitable reality. And that's what we need to remember going in every day. That yes, it's hard, but every Nissan dealership selling this shitty, road program has to face that same heat, and all the same customers. And Dwayne will tell you that if you're in freehold, it's a lot more difficult. And I know from a Mazda perspective, if you're doing a Mazda customer, they've been at this since Mazda's been. That's just the level of negotiation. So everybody is level across the board. So start looking in the mirror and start realizing that there's got to be more to it than just face what you see face value.
Excuses got to be more than the excuses.
Let me ask. So for the rest of you guys, you can pick either the 3 highest value activities on your list or the concern that you're going to stop wasting energy on, and just answer that one last question. So pick which one you want to answer. John, how about you, man? Do you want to share your 3 highest value activities you're gonna do? Any chance you can, or are you going to focus? Do you want to tell us what concerns you're going to let go?
Sean, I apologize. My computer shut down on me. I missed the last 5 minutes.
Oh, no worries. I asked what are the 3 highest value activities you can do in the now at any given time when you're not in front of a customer, living in the now, right? And then the other one is what concern that you hold no power over will you stop wasting energy on? So you can be more focused on what you have control. Which one of those do you want to answer?
Well, probably the second question. I have a tendency of beating a dead horse because I was so used to I'm used to old habits, old customer bases, things I used to do with other customers were, especially I call them the credit. The credit, people will credit less than perfect credit, I guess you could say. And I usually beat a dead horse. I'll focus on one thing and I won't stop until I actually put a deal together. And sometimes I just can't put a deal together. Just no matter how I look at it, whether there's money, 9 out of 10 times they don't have any money. They have $200, $500 down. They got a 400 credit score, 4 repos. But at years ago, it was a little bit different. I mean, subprime rates now are 28.9%, and most banks, they want to see on those kind of loans, they're going to want to see double the money down of a car payment because, they're walking out with a car payment at $700 plus a month if you get them done, but money down supersedes the credit. But my problem was it's a lot harder now, especially we didn't have the inventory and everything else. Then my problem is I focus too much on it. So I will, like I said, I'll beat a dead horse, and I have to remember that things have changed. Times have changed, rates have changed, and sometimes you just can't get it done, and it's a matter of what has changed. And my question to them is never has what has changed, meaning money down, a co-signer, does the co have a co, and so on and so forth. And I need to just know where I'm at by living in the now. And if I can't get it done, I'll revisit it maybe months down the line. That's really what my focus is. I need to pay more attention to where I'm at and what I'm doing now than trying to fix everything like I couldn't do before,
Awesome, brother. That's great stuff. Dwayne, I know you joined a little bit later. Would you feel comfortable answering one of these questions for the team? Just pick one of them, Dwayne, if you were able to tune in. I saw you tune in a little later here. Oh, you're muted, buddy. Hold on. I'm asking you to unmute. Okay, there you go, bud.
All right.
Dwayne, there's that smile of yours. What's up, man?
It's I think it's I'll go with the basics that you've gotten away from. I feel like since this pandemic, all of us, we've sort of gotten away from the meet and greet, the qualifying especially. Those are the things that, and like I said, all of us have gotten away from it. Those are the things that made the deals simple. They were still hard, but simple. Right now, we seem to be battling everything: the price of the car, the credit, the money down, which all leads to not having the correct information or not asking the right questions. I heard Steve mention the Platinum Pathfinder thing. That's exactly what's going on. But for some of the sales guy, when they're showing someone that car, they might say, hey, the car I'm talking about is an S model. But once they see that Platinum, good luck trying to turn them back into an S. Now they're seeing all those features, the digital speedometer, all those things. It recently happened to us where I had a customer and no matter how much I told her the SV Pathfinder is the one that works, I had to show her Platinum. She ended up leaving with an SL. She took the bump, but that was basically because of a prior working relationship. The average customer that you're meeting for the first time and dealing with for the first time, chances are they're not going to take that $7,000-8,000 bump, but that's something that, I feel like we got to get back into. The simple meet and greets, writing down the information, what are your wants, what are your needs, and just getting back into the simple explanation of it.
Awesome. Thank you, Dwayne. I appreciate you jumping in there. Randy, which one of these questions would you like to answer? The 3 high value activities you can do in the now, or which concern you're going to let stop wasting energy on? Do you want to answer one of these, Jess? Awesome. Welcome back, Jess.
Thank you. Thank you.
Take that phone.
Yes. No, that was a easy referral. So they're coming in soon. So main concern, getting out of my head, most important, holds me back in a lot of things. That's just one thing I need to do. I have to stop thinking about what other people are thinking. It's not doing anything but holding me back. And then the three other things, like I agree with you. I'm great with social media, so being more present on there. Really getting into my auto alert because I don't go in there. I'm so fixated on my work plan because if the moment you don't do that, then the above management comes down on you. So it's like I just have to figure out how to strategically balance everything because I'm so efficient in one thing and I want to get it done before I move over to the next one. It's just the way I am. It's just a code that I have set up with myself. I just like things done. And so, but I do it in a way where I'm efficient. So I just need people in front of me. The more people I get in front of me, the better I'm going to be. Because the more I get people in front of me, the more I'm going to be in front of my managers, the more I'm going to learn. I learn from them. My brain is like a sponge. So every time anything come out, Jamil, Steve, whatever, I'm picking it up. I love learning. I love learning. Awesome. So I really don't have a lot of people in front of me because I haven't been selling a lot of cars like that. So my thing is I have to create that for myself. I can't rely on BDC. I can't rely on other people. Like I just have to start creating my leads. And the last 2 was from Easy Referral. So now I have another Easy Referral coming in right now. So I just got to get in my bag and not focus on what other people think of me because it doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. And as long as I can get that, I'm golden. I'm good.
If you do 80% of what you committed to today, I have no doubt, you guys, the ship's going to turn pretty quick for you here. And guys, I hope today you got some awesome takeaways. I put your guys' commitments in that you shared in the chat, and I'll check up with you guys in a week to make sure you're honoring those commitments. I'll shoot you guys a text, okay? And bottom line, Chris, I shared this. I shared this when you were off the webinar. But I told the team, I was like, guys, if a customer is giving you some random objection that out of the sky, whether it's I got to show Uncle Bob or whatever, maybe the problem is do we really know what the real objection is, right? Maybe they're using that as the cover to try to find a way out. So guys, just don't forget the power of asking for the commitment, asking them to do it right now. And when they say no, expect they're going to say no. And like Jamil said, man, find out why. Jamil said, have a response, but in order to have a good response, you need to find out why. So dig for that objection. Look at them like, I don't understand. You love this car. What's getting in the way? You know, if you love it, why does what Uncle Bob says matter? Help me understand. Yeah. So anyways, guys, I hope these mindsets are going to help you guys shift and, you know, shift gears and get you where you need to be. Steve, how do you guys feel? Steve, what is your favorite part about what we tackled today, guys? Steve's working a deal there. Anyways, all right. I'll send this recording over to you guys, and I'm here to support you. Text me if you need something. I got your back. And guys, have an awesome close to the month. I love you guys very much. Let's crush it, my friends. Let me see the smiles.
Oh.
That's what's up.
So